Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day. I was at a competition yesterday, the Massachusetts ProStart Student Invitational, judging some awesome culinary students, specifically around marketing. And, during the, I guess, between sessions and between judging, we were talking about how things have changed and, wondering what events were going to get canceled as a result of the coronavirus and other world events. And it's clear it's not business as usual anymore. And as of just a little bit ago, we've now entered a global pandemic as, I guess the World Health Organization, they've deemed it it's a global pandemic. So what does all this mean, or what's the point? Well, as I was saying, we're having conversations yesterday at this event, and I've had more conversations today about, what does this mean for business? And obviously, with things not being business as usual, we can't act in the way that we've been acting, right? You've got to adapt your business to the current times. That's always the way businesses thrive. If you don't adapt, you don't succeed. So I'm looking at restaurants, for instance, and looking at the decrease in foot traffic, and it's really hurting the restaurants. It's hurting the staff in terms of tip revenue or hours, and other service industries as well, right? People aren't going out in public as much in certain areas. We've been asked, here in Massachusetts, to limit our, meeting in groups and that sort of thing. But some of the things that restaurants could be doing, a lot of people end up getting scared and basically retract, right? And that's the opposite of what I'd recommend, right? You look at this and say things have changed, but you need to be out in front. I mean, clearly the news is they're in our face all the time. That's what they're doing. They're making sure that they're staying relevant by always coming up with updates. And as a business owner, that's what you need to do. If you're a restaurant, maybe you offer more takeout service. Maybe you alter your menu options to make it easier for people to, get delivery. If you're not using a delivery service, maybe now you do for a period of time, and see how that can adapt within your business and potentially repurpose people within your business for other roles. If you are a brick and mortar store, do you have the capability to, send packages in the mail? Can you provide delivery when you haven't done that before? There are any number of ways that you can change your business, but one thing that I see is that, marketing tends to be the one budget or the one thing that gets cut all the time. And during these times, you need to really crank up the volume, and you're basically competing with that news machine. You're competing with everyone's feed and all the articles that are being shared and all the theories and all that. Your brand needs to stay out there. You need to be relevant. You need to make sure that people are talking about you in a positive way. To go back to restaurants, for instance, one thing that people don't necessarily think about is sanitation. And actually, when I think about going to a place, a public place, restaurants, you get certified in sanitation. You have to, of course, right? So being able to talk to the public and educate people about what you do to stay relevant, and make sure that their safety is kept in mind, you just make sure that you're having that conversation. And also your customers may or may not know if you're suffering or having a hard time. So just opening that line of communication, and also being empathetic to their situation, understanding that they may not want to come out. However you can adapt during this time and going forward, you just need to adapt and know that, we've entered sort of a new phase in terms of how our businesses are operating, and communication is the key to everything in life, right? So keep communicating, keep doing what you're doing, and best of luck. All right, take care.